I have 2 blankets, 2 blocks, and the bolster. Definitely encourage you to grab as many pillows and blankets as you want to bring into your practice. And we're going to start today lying all the way down on our back. As you get nice and cozy lying down, take a moment to get grounded. Press the spine to the earth. Allow the eyes to close. Start to bring your attention to the surface of your skin. Notice any drafts or subtle breeze, warmth or coolness. The clothing on your skin, where it seems to be lightly grazing or tightly bound. Feel the ground beneath you pressing into the skin. Notice the areas of the body that seem to be pressing down a little bit more firmly. And also notice the arches that the body seems to lift up off the ground, like behind the neck. And we'll start to pay attention to the sounds in the room. The sounds near, like maybe your breath, or someone or something close by, a fan, an open window. And start to widen your scope. Include areas of sound that maybe reach out to the sidewalks, the areas around your building, the skies, the ground. We widen the scope even more to include the galaxy. Sometimes if we widen our scope enough, we can hear the gentle hum of the world. And as you start to bring your awareness back into the body, notice the quality of your breath. Let the breath be subtle and gentle, or welcome in some deep breaths if that's calling to you. Bring some gentle movement into the body, rock from the head side to side. A circle through the wrists and the ankles. A stretch of the arms up overhead. We'll roll to one side into a fetal posture just for a moment. Push yourself up to a seat with your hands. Very nice. So we're going to grab our bolster or pillows to begin with today. So that bolster will go lengthwise behind us. We'll draw it up towards our low back, nice and snug against the lower back here. And we'll lay all the way down onto our support. And let the arms come out to the side with the palms up. Option to keep the knees bent or straighten the legs. So we support that curvature in the lower back and open the chest. For more stretch around the shoulders and chest, maybe interlace your fingers behind your head or grab onto opposite wrists or elbows above the head. Or you can just let the arms dangle to the sides. All are correct. All are variations to explore, to stay curious. As you begin to settle in, start to relax your body. One thing that we do know is that we are not our thoughts. We are not our emotions. We're not the sensations in our body. And we're not the events that happen to us. When we know this, it begs the question, who am I? Who am I without all those things? Sometimes it's not about asking or finding the right answers. It's about asking the right questions. When we ask the question, who am I? We can observe our inner world. I start to notice that the self that resides within something is observing the emotions and thoughts, because we can detach from them with practice. We can observe sensations, emotions, and events. So that inner part of us that is observing, that is looking outward, that is our true self. This deeper form of consciousness that observes. We are the observer. Stay here for 5 more rounds of breath.
I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Slowly begin to draw your elbows under your shoulders. Lift the head up first. As you start to push into the elbows, forearms, and hands, as you lead with the heart to come all the way up into a seat, into a rebound posture, whatever comfortable seated shape is calling out to you. Take that shape. If you want to bring some gentle movement into the neck and shoulders, movement around the spine. We'll take our pillows or bolster and place it in front of us as we sit up for caterpillar or our forward fold. So we're going to bring both legs straight out in front. If you want to take something to the tops of the legs, you're welcome to. The legs and the feet will be as together as you can get them. And then once you're there, let the legs relax and let the feet splay what the legs want to do. Sometimes it may even be helpful if you, like myself, have kind of some hypermobility happening in the joints and they like to splay out quite wide. You can take blankets or other support and wrap them around your ankles to keep things a little bit more bound up, closer together. Anything under the knees to prevent hyperextension. And then if you want to place that pillow on top. So get yourself set up. Props are completely optional. Take a big inhale to lengthen up tall. And as you exhale, begin to round through the spine. Feel that natural curvature of the spine and let the head dangle down towards the ground. If you want to reach for the ends of your pillows, for the arms to rest on, or if you want to set your forehead on some more support like blocks or other pillows as well. Lots of options here. Stay curious and open for these first few moments and then settle in to what feels right. Allow the neck and head to fully relax. Feel the gentle pull or stress into the back of the neck, down the back line of the spine, maybe even down into the hips, into the legs. Remember to breathe. Consciousness is the highest word you will ever utter. There is nothing higher or deeper than consciousness. Consciousness is pure awareness. It doesn't matter how many things are in front of you. If you turn off the consciousness, there is nothing. If you are conscious, however, there can be nothing in front of you, but you are fully aware that there is nothing. It's really not that complicated, and it's very enlightening. So if you ask, Who am I? You answer, I am the one who sees. From the back in here somewhere, I look out, and I am aware of the events, thoughts, and emotions that pass before me. These moments of contemplation are a great practice for us, and to remind us that we're all experiencing something. We don't have to let that experience take control of our identity, of who we are inside. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. In, out. Return to your breath. Soften the shoulders. Release the tension. Stay in your forward fold or caterpillar for 5 more rounds of breath. Begin to come all the way back up to neutral spine. If it feels good to lean back, remove your props, maybe a gentle windshield wiper into the knees or rock from side to side. Our next posture will be our dragonfly. So we'll be seated and we'll bring the legs wide as you want, maybe not as wide as you usually go. For other practices, let the legs be relaxed, let the feet be relaxed. If you want to bring pillows, other support in front, you're more than welcome to, or maybe some support under the knees to prevent that hyperextension. I think this feels really good to put something under the knees. because as you begin to fold, those knees want to naturally bend. So inhale to lengthen tall, and as you exhale, begin to hinge forward at the hips. Move nice and slow, be aware of the body, and then begin to round through the spine. Natural curvature of the spine, and let the head dangle down. If you didn't let the head dangle before, maybe let it dangle this time. Feel a deeper stress into the back of the neck and head. But it's all good. You can bring some support under the forehead too if you want. Remember to breathe. And remember that everything is connected. In our yin postures specifically, we may feel stress in areas of the body that we aren't expecting it. Don't judge yourself. Observe the sensations as they arise. You are the observer. We observe without judgment, both good or bad judgment. This self, this deeper consciousness that we define, it's different than gut intuition. It's different than emotions of the heart. This self is unattached. We can't live life fully unattached. We're human. It's simply human nature to be pulled by events and emotions, thoughts. Simply being aware of this deeper consciousness is part of our deeper practice of self-awareness, of growth. And take 5 more rounds of breath. Slowly begin to lift all the way up to a neutral spine. Set your props to the side. Take your rebound posture, seated rebound posture, whatever feels good, whatever is calling out to you in this moment. If you want to close the eyes to simply reflect. Our next posture will be a supported fish pose. So this time we're going to take our pillow and place it perpendicular to our yoga mat so that lengthwise behind us. And then I would grab some props and place them up by your head because we may need to place something under our head. Or if you want to place a towel or blanket above the pillow, since our shoulders will come all the way down to the ground. So this may give you some added padding or support under your shoulders and neck. So we'll bring that pillow up to our low back, straighten the legs out, and then lower the back all the way down. The spine will round, and the head or shoulders will come all the way down to the ground. If you want to place something under the head, like a blanket or block, please do. You can explore that. If a block is too high, maybe place a blanket or pillow under the head. And if your support underneath your spine is also too high, you can alternate that out with lower pillows or stacked blankets. Okay, whatever you decide to do, remember to be really careful and gentle with the spine. The arms will come out to goalposts or cactus arms. Relax the spine. Breathe. Okay, option to bend the knees or keep the legs straight. Settle in. Okay, if it's too much, remember you can always adjust. Discomfort is normal, pain is not. Return to your steady breath. If you go very deep, that is where you live. You live in the seed of consciousness. Eventually, even you go so deep that you realize that's where you've always been. At each stage of your life, you have seen different thoughts, emotions, and objects pass before you, but you have always been the conscious receiver of all that was. We'll take 5 more rounds of breath in our supported fish. Let the breath flood all the way in, all the way out. Soothe the nervous system. Remind your body everything is okay. You'll need to be very careful exiting out of this posture. So we'll first bring the arms down by the sides and then lift the head up as you push into the elbows and forearms all the way up to a seat. And then set your supporting items to the side and we'll lower all the way down. Spine presses to the earth. Give yourself a little hug with the knees if you want to rock and roll to massage out the low back. Notice any more free flowing energy. Let the blood rush back in. Eventually find your Shavasana, final resting pose today. Legs out, feet splay out to the sides, arms by the sides. Soft shoulders, vulnerable, brave front. Fully release. Allow yourself to be in this relaxed state. And I'll close out today's practice. These words and themes from the book called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. Now you are in your center of consciousness. You are behind everything, just watching. That is your true home. Take everything else away and you're still there, aware that everything is gone. But take the center of awareness away and there is nothing. That center is the seat of self. From that seat, you are aware that there are thoughts, emotions, and a world coming in through your senses. But now you are aware that you're aware. The great mystery begins once you take that seat deep within. Stay here today in Shavasana for as long as you need today.